Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is it is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to talk about Collision, August 5th, 2023. Ian Riccaboni, Nigel McGuinness on commentary. We're in Greenville, South Carolina. And we start the show off with the match I didn't expect to be a banger. I'm being upfront with this. It was for the AEW Tag Team Championships. FTR putting the titles on the line against Brian Cage and Big Bill. I didn't expect this match to be as good as it was going to be. I didn't expect it to be good because I'm really not a big fan of I like Brian Cage, but I'm not a big fan of Big Bill. But holy crap, this was a great match, man. And Cash's mom was in the crowd, and it was just a rocking good time, man. It was just back and forth, and I really like they played to the aspects of the size of Brian Cage and Big Bill's being huge the way, but they're playing to it like, and I gotta say, FTR, this many bangers in this like past month, basically, with these tag team matches, man, so good. And just to give you a good tag team match, they cut a promo afterwards saying, we've done it all. We've done this, we've done that, but one more time for Part 3 of this story, they're calling out the Young Bucks at All In. I was like, whoa, man. And then we got the Young Bucks facing the Hardys next week. Like, I was like, whoa. And they're putting all their eggs in the basket. Tony is, for this All In show in London and Wembley Stadium. So far from what I've gathered around here, is we got FTR versus the Bucks, Adam Cole versus MJF, and another match that could possibly happen. We'll see as we build to this. Juice is backstage with Jay, then the Guns are there with Tony Schiavone, and they're causing shenanigans. Bang, bang, gang, baby. Guns up in the air. It's just a fun interview because Jay White has a big match. Well, yeah, it's a big match. Metalik is dope. So a lot of fun stuff, and they're like bang gang, and they get their guns up and stuff, and they're trying to get Tony, and Tony's like, all right, fine. TBS championship match, Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Martinez. Awesome. Really fun match. Chris Statlander for the win. I like the fact that we ended with Mercedes attacking Chris, so we're not done with this story. Then Diamante comes out to help. Nope, she turns on Chris Statlander, beats her down. Willow comes out, and now we have more rivalries and stories to tell here. Maybe we'll see them in a tag team match next week on Collision, but this was Chris Statlander and Mercedes Martinez put on a really great match, man. So going from the tag team match, going to this match, I was like, all right, whew. And then we got Toni Storm backstage with Tony Schiavone. She has lost it, folks. When she lost the title to Sheeta, she's like, look at me, I'm fine, doing this little crazy bit, and I like it a lot. And Tony's like, I back to you guys. Samoa Joe versus Serpentico. Quick, fast, easy. Just tore Serpentico like up and got him choked out and said, all right, now give me the mic. And he calls out Punk. Says, me and you one more time at All In. I can't sleep with the fact that our rivalry, our legacy, everything, our journey was on a roll-up. I want us to beat the crap out of each other. So he called out CM Punk to go at All In. And I was like, oh, so that's a third match that could be on the card. And I'm just like, please. Oh, and my wife's like, you all right? I'm like, no, this is just SummerSlam and now this. Andrade package, he's got his mask back, so he's at full form of awesome Andrade. The Acclaim's backstage with Tony. They do an interview. They're talking about Billy. They're like, yo, what's up? They got his boots. And they're like, yeah, I guess Billy's blaming himself for having them lose the tag team championships, having lose their trios match. So he just decided to hang it up. We don't know if Billy will be back. You know, it was just a really big, like, oh, he's leaving. You know, it was like, oh, shit, okay. This is the first time we've actually followed up on this. So it's an interesting story, and see if Billy comes back, but scissor me daddy ass. Now, AEW Trios Championship match, House of Black versus Andrade, Darius Martin, and Lee Johnson. Come on. Just this lineup alone, this match was awesome. I feel like just because this is Saturday night, it's all right for a fight on Saturday nights, that Tony's like, yo, SummerSlam's on the other program. We gotta turn up the heat, you know, as much as we can. We gotta get eyes on us. So he booked this card, and like every match, I feel like has delivered on all certain levels. I think Collision is just a really good show, and I think Tony's found his niche with it. And I love the starting with the promos, like, hey, blah 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 blah, and then it's just a rocking good time, man. It makes Saturday nights all right to fight. I guess that's the point, right? So, House of Black for the win. But Julia Hart was banned from ringside. That was one of the stipulations of this, and everyone's like, what? Peace out, Julia. But next week, it was announced House of Black will put up those trios championships against CMFTR, and we still have CM Punk in the main event tonight, and he's already got a title shot for the trios championships with FTR. Whew, that's some good booking. Wonder if he knows the booker. But we get that next week. That's going to be crazy. We have a QTV thing I really don't care about with Hobbs, and he steals the chains, like, thanks for the gold, and he walks off. Christian Cage backstage with his kid, father of the year, gets his kid and wife kicked out of the stadium. He's a Luchasaurus. You know, he's calling out Darby. Darby's got a lot of enemies. Darby has lots of enemies. So, Metal League versus Jay White. Fun match. Bang Bang Gang was on commentary. The Guns. Juice out there being Juice. They got this cutout of Jay White. Jay White for the win, but man, I had a lot of fun with this, especially with them on commentary, man. And then just the shenanigans that this team's gonna create, and I love it. I'm all for it. Like that backstage interview is fucking hilarious with Tony. Like, watch that, you know. And Juice is that like loose cannon. Like, the best part of this, the Guns are their own like crazy selves, and Jay White's like. He jokes, but he also can get serious at the same time. So they got a really great dynamic with this version of Bullet Club Gold, and I'm all for it. And Metal League took it to Jay White, man. I took it to Jay White. Now, for this, quote, real world championship match. Real world championship match. CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. With Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as an outside enforcer. First he was named special guest referee, then they kept saying, no, he's outside the ring. He got inside the ring. But he still get the final count for CM Punk to retain this, in quotes, real world championship. It was said on commentary, which I loved, was the fact that it was like, what was it? The commentary, and he's like, yeah, well, MJF, I wonder what MJF has to say about this. And I was like, yeah, right? What does MJF have to say about this real world championship? Like that CM Punk's holding that. He never lost. I was like, but wasn't he stripped of it? You know, so a lot goes into this. CM Punk is still holding this thing. I'm wondering if this is just a way to have Collision have its own title. You know, now we have Rampage, we got Dynamite, we got Collision. I'm wondering if Tony pulled the trigger and was like, okay, we're not copying the other guys. But I think we need 2 championships, and we got CM Punk, so he still was a champion when he left. But, you know, let's just do this for a while, and we'll see what everyone thinks, okay? Also, too, something I missed on my my review for SummerSlam, Corey Graves, arms are too short to box with God. You know, this infamous line that CM Punk has said against The Rock, you know, and... Like, I remember hearing that, I was like, oh, my wife got mad. She's like, what? why are they stealing CM Punk stuff? I was like, well, The Rock, I feel like it was more of like a double-sided sword in it, because you got The Rock. Everyone, we're waiting for Rock and Roman to hash it out for this family thing and everything like that. So I'm wondering if that's why he used that line. But, I just think Corey Graves likes to dig deep, and he likes to say things, and that if you're clever enough, you'll catch him and be like, oh, I see what you did there. But JR was on commentary for this match, and I like the fact that him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got a little hug there. It's like, well, we're two old men still in this business, man. It was a nice little moment. But after CM Punk won, Ricky Starks attacks. Not just CM Punk, but Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And he doesn't just beat the man, he whips the man with his own belt. I was like, you Ricky, I like this heel side of you. I'm really digging it. CM Punk, gosh, I can't talk today because I'm so excited. CM Punk goes and saves Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and after that, he's trying to get up, and then Punk's mad at himself for letting this happen. He's got his championship, and I was like, Joe, no, Joe. Then hearing Ian Riccaboni, happy wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That was it. I was like, okay. So does CM Punk answer him next week on Collision? Because he's, I thought I heard Joe said, he's like, I ain't waiting. I want an answer. So, and, we'll see next week, next Collision. I like the fact that, yes, some people from Dynamite are crossing over, but they also are too keeping the show tight with its own things going on, and I really like that, kind of like the SmackDown advantage of, like, because that was the thing with Rampage. Like, Rampage didn't really have, they had certain elements and things that they were trying to keep on that show, but after that, it kind of just bled all over the place, But this one's like, Collision is trying really, really hard, and I wonder if that's the network will be like, hey, we want Collision to have its own thing, own stories, and, make it feel different from all the other shows. And I feel like Tony has done really, really well with Collision. I honestly give this show a solid 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it from top to bottom. My wife actually watched with me. She doesn't watch much AEW. She watches a lot of WWE. And we sat here and we enjoyed this show. And she's just like, wow. Okay, she goes, I'll watch Collision with you every Saturday, Sunday in the morning when I do it. I was like, for real? And she's like, yeah. She goes, or can I watch while you're at work? I was like, yeah. That's why we got a DVR, right, babe? Wrestling, bringing two people together in love, ladies and gentlemen. So, there we go, 5 out of 5, good time. Now we're on to the next show, Monday Night Raw. What's going to happen? The aftermath of SummerSlam, and then we just go right into it because Raw starts my week. It would just jump. We just keep moving forward. I believe this is episode 282 of season 4. We're about to hit that 300th episode, and I still have a lot of stuff that's going to be, like, I have a lot of stuff and ideas that I want to do strictly for the New World podcast. More Sexy Ninja Cast on the way. I am excited. I hope you're excited. Thank you for rocking with me. Go get yourself that sweet NWP shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. I got it on right now, and it looks sexy as hell. This design created by Penta X. He's got some new music coming out, so go check it out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and as always, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
And Nigel, I got a good solution to that. Just don't cheat next time. Trust yourself. Ricky Starks going up the ladder. He is a superstar. He is at the top of his game.